In my opinion, Dessalines is one of the most important figures in world history. My name is Julia Gaffield. I'm Associate Professor of History at Georgia State University. I'm currently writing a biography of Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Haiti's first head of state. What inspired me to write this book was the fact that there are almost no English language biographies of him, and that he doesn't have the central role in a kind of global history that he definitely should have. In my opinion, Dessalines is one of the most important figures in world history. He isn't as well known as he should be. He is a key abolitionist in the early 19th century. He represents a fight for equality and dignity among peoples of African descent. And he is just so critical for a lot of the conceptions that we kind of claim in our modern world: liberty, equality, human dignity, human rights. Outside of Haiti, he has been vilified for centuries, right? And I talked a little bit about this in terms of where he was born, right? But this translated also to understandings of kind of his entire life and his governorship, and then his reign as emperor. Foreigners focused on his violence, or alleged violence, his alleged illiteracy, the fact or the allegation that he couldn't speak or understand French, and kind of pointed to this as proof of his inability to run a country and to participate in the family of nations. So it was a way to kind of undermine the country, undermine the revolution, and prove that this was kind of, that people of African descent were unprepared, ill-equipped for self-government, which then, of course, justifies colonialism and the continuation of slavery, right? So it's a very, it's a claim with a very specific purpose that benefited foreigners. But what is, I think, kind of remarkable is how much these inaccuracies remain in scholarship. And there's still the sense that both in histories and in kind of popular representations, that somehow Dessalines set Haiti on the wrong path and like doomed the country forever. Which of course is not true, right? But this remains even in the 21st century, and it's just repeating these super racist claims that date back to 1803, 1804. So there's this, he as a kind of person takes on, he kind of represents the country in a way, and people are really invested in undermining the revolution's success. And so it is, I think, remarkable how pervasive these narratives have been for so long. I think what is crucial is that when he declared independence, he recognized that the fight against colonialism would be what he called eternal, right? That simply declaring independence was not going to be enough, that this was going to be an ongoing battle, that they would have to continue fighting. And I don't know that he imagined, 200 plus years later, that this fight would still be going on, right? But the legacies of slavery and the legacies of colonialism are still very much at the foundations of our current global hierarchy. Right. And so he was aware that simply declaring independence was not going to automatically mean equal acceptance, and that this was going to be a continual battle, that they would have to physically fight, but also fight in other ways, right? In kind of laws and treaties, and establishing these networks. So I think it's Dessalines is relevant to our current day because he recognized that decolonization was a process, and that it would be a constant struggle to fight these foreign powers.